Hello and welcome to FrameworkLink user training. My name is Katrina Thurston and I will guide you through this short training video. As part of the training agenda today, you will be provided an overview of FrameworkLink. I will answer questions about how to obtain access to FrameworkLink, other resources that are available to you outside of FrameworkLink, and then I'll also provide a quick demo of the site. So let's talk a little bit about what FrameworkLink is. FrameworkLink is a basic price quoting tool available through web services. So it's not an app that needs to be downloaded or installed on your computer. It can be accessed through any web browser such as Google Chrome. And as I mentioned before, FrameworkLink is a basic price quoting tool, so it has some limitations. For example, it's ineffective for conducting price quotes on compounds or IV medications. So please contact the pharmacy and let us know if you're needing a price quote for an IV or compound item. Our support team will put you in contact with the appropriate department, who can then provide you with that price quote. Pharmacy forms or antibiotic and psychotropic reports are not available through the FrameworkLink website. Discharge summaries or medication order trend reports are also not available through the site. We'll discuss a little bit later in the training on what you should do if you need a specific pharmacy form or one of these types of reports. All right, so if you are needing to conduct a price quote, how do you get access to this FrameworkLink website? Access is obtained through Consonis. Login credentials are usually available and provided same day as request, or maybe next day if it's Thursday late at night, or if it's a Friday, or sometime during the weekend. You might not get your login credentials until that following Monday morning. So if you do need to get login credentials and any sort of training material or access to the website, you can reach out to your Consonis nurse or pharmacist consultant, who will assist with obtaining access from the appropriate Consonis team. You can also call the pharmacy directly, and our support team will put that request in for you, and then you will receive your login credentials generally through email. All right, so previously we discussed some of the needs that are not obtainable through FrameworkLink. So now I'd like to provide you with some guidance on resources for those needs. So if you're needing pharmacy forms, those are available on our website. There are printable forms that are available directly on our website through the facility policy and procedure document. If you're needing antibiotic reports, our consultant pharmacist will provide those reports to you through recommendation, and they also provide them routinely every month. And then there's also often some sort of antibiotic reports that are available through your EHR or EMR system that can fully or further augment the reports that we're able to provide to you. This is the same as the psychotropic reports. Both of those are provided monthly as part of your consultant pharmacist review. If you're needing reports related to discharge summaries or ordering trends, it's generally best to get those through your EHR system. If you're not sure which report is best or how to obtain those reports through your system, our consultant team may be a resource to help you find that information. If you're needing to identify which medications are appropriate to include in a price quote as you're logging into FrameworkLink and starting to engage in conducting your first price quotes, we do have some documentation on what we've identified as external high-cost medications, and we can provide that list to you by request. Now that you have a high-level overview of FrameworkLink, let's take a deep dive into the site. We'll start first with logging in and navigating to the price quoting tool, and then I'll show you a couple of price quoting examples. Once you've navigated to the website, you'll be provided with a user ID and a password. You will enter that information here and click Login. The first thing that you should do once you've logged in is double check on the left-hand side that your facility name is listed correctly, and on the right-hand side that your name is listed here. I'm under a test account, so this is obviously not a real person's name. You might also notice some things that look a little bit different on the drop-down screens, and that is okay. So if your first task is to conduct a price quote, you'll navigate up here to this drop-down that says drug orders, and then you're going to scroll down to the very first line that says drug quote. The first step is to enter the name of the drug that you would like a price quote on. You do not have to include the strength. After you've entered the drug in the search the pharmacy inventory name field, you'll hit the list button. And this will pull up a list of medications available in the pharmacy formulary that have this name in the drug. So as you can see, there are a couple different options here. Generally, the first option is going to be the one that you're looking for. If you're looking for a combination medication, those will usually be listed next. The next step is to identify the formulation. So if you're looking for a tablet, you'll want to switch this form to tablet. And then you can identify which strength you would like to engage on the price quote. For our example, we'll just go ahead and leave it at the 20 milligrams. Then the system's going to show you a list of matching products. Once you've identified the correct product that you would like to have your price quote on, you'll highlight it here. And then down here at the bottom, you'll enter the number of pills that will be taken for the specific day supply that you're looking for. So let's say your patient's getting 1 tablet of lisinopril every day, and you would like to know how much that would cost for a month. You'll enter 30 tablets for 30 days, and then click Add Item to Quote. And here you'll see our quote so far is at $11.27 a month, and then you'll also have a breakdown of the daily cost. And you can tell here that the lisinopril has been added to your quote at the top. And then you can carry on to add another medication. So let's say we are looking for amoxicillin liquid. Also, you don't have to enter the full drug name. If you only know a couple of letters, that's fine. You enter as many as you know. The system will still try to identify any medication within the pharmacy system that contains those letters as part of the drug name. So even Augmentin, which is a combination of amoxicillin and clavonate potassium, that will also be listed here as Augmentin. So let's just say, actually let's go ahead and go with the Augmentin as the option that we're looking for, and we want to select the generic version, so we'll select this second option here. And then again, there's different formulations, so we want the liquid for our price quote, which is also a suspension reconstitutable, so we'll select that here. And then the strength, let's say we want the 400 per 5 milligrams. And again, you want to make sure you select the product that matches. And then down here below, what you'll notice is that there's a note that says package size is 75 mils. So if you need more than 1 bottle for your price quote, you'll want to make sure to update that ordered quantity to 2 bottles, for example. So let's say my patient is taking 10 mils a day, twice a day for 7 days. I would need a total of 150 mils to complete this order. Because while my dose only requires 140 mils, each bottle is 75 mils, and I would need at least 2 bottles, which is a total of 150 mils. So we'll enter 150 as the quantity ordered, and we'll say that this is for a 10-day supply. And we're going to add that to our quote. Oops. There you go. Looks like our settings got reverted on accident. All right, so now we have both the lisinopril and the generic Augmentin suspension as part of our price quote. We see here at the top that our monthly total is now $38.62 for this patient. All right, we're going to speed this along a little bit, and we'll say our next price quote for this patient is a nystatin cream. And again, down here at the bottom, you'll see that each tube is 30 grams. So let's say I need 2 tubes, I would do 60 grams, and let's say that's going to be a 10-day supply as well. We'll add that to our price quote. Again, our monthly total increases to include that new nystatin, and we're now at a total of $55.27. Our next item is going to be a Ventolin inhaler. Again, the package size is going to be 18 on this one, so you wouldn't put 1 inhaler, you would put 18 as the total package size here, and that would be for 1 inhaler. And we'll just go ahead and say that that's for a 28-day supply and add that to our price quote. And for our last item for our price quote, we're going to include an enoxaparin injection. And as you'll see here, this is a 0.8 ml syringe. So down here on the bottom, the package size is 0.8 mils, and that's for 1 syringe. So let's say we needed 3 syringes, 1 a day for 3 days. Would put 2.4, which is that 0.8 times 3. And then we'll just say that that's for a 3-day supply. Again, that's 1 syringe per day at 0.8 mils for 3 days. And then we're going to add that item to our quote. And our final quote is $143.70 for this patient. You have the option to name your quote and save it. So let's say this quote is for Mickey Mouse. I want to be able to come back to it later and re-reference it again. You can do so by giving it a description and selecting the Save Quote option. And then to pull that quote back up again later, you can come over here and click this My Quotes option, and you will have a list of all of the quotes that you've saved. If you'd like to print the quote, you can select the Show Print View option. It will pull it up in a separate screen, and then you can just hit the print button. That concludes our training on the FrameworkLink price quoting tool. Hopefully by now you have a decent understanding of the FrameworkLink website, how to obtain access, some other resources that are available to you for additional needs outside of this price quoting tool, and then just a quick deep dive on how to engage in conducting a price quote. If you do have any further questions, as always, please feel free to reach out to our pharmacy and we will put you in contact with the appropriate person to provide that service. Thank you very much.